Okay, so I'm not denying the Israel first policy in the Middle East. I'm not denying that Israel has had major fingerprints all over our foreign policy. I'm not even denying that Israel or quote unquote the Jews could have been behind 9/11. My stance on 9/11 is I don't know. All I know is we were lied to. I'm just telling you, dude, you're looking at the wrong people. All the people you just named have nothing to do with some big Zionist Israel movement.
Okay, well, stop saying you don't know and have the guests on that are covering this information. That's what people mean by gatekeeping. You're not having the experts
Dude, I'm trying to get real information out. Not sit here and say, hey, look at all the Zionists right here.
Okay, well, you can go to my channel and look at my playlist, Zionist Expose. All the info warriors out there realize I was on your side a few years ago. Look at the information on my channel with an open mind, and I think you'll be coming to the same conclusions. I want to talk, last time I wanted to talk about, you guys are always fear-mongering about China. China's taken over Silicon Valley. They're taking over Hollywood. They run the United States. But you never talk about Israel's close relationship with China. They're setting up this new Belt and Road Initiative. It's the new Silk Road. It's going to be the new economy. And Israel and all of Israel's advanced technology, they're running Silicon Valley, not China. All of the Silicon Valley companies are working with the ADL and the SPLC, who are all pro-Israel, and they all have their R&D centers over in Israel. Netanyahu was bragging at APEC last year that all the companies are moving to Israel and we're getting all the contracts. You can just Google Israel and technology. They're going to dominate the world, and Netanyahu knows that the future is technology. They're going to be in charge of all the online transactions. They're dominating in cybersecurity. All the chips from Intel and Qualcomm that are in all the cell phones are being made over there. Israel is going to have the key to the world of the advanced technology. And you guys aren't covering it. You're saying it's all China. So your response to that?
Well, I would say if you look at the rollout, it's happening in China. If you look at the presentation, it's happening in China. If you look at the communism in China, that's why they roll it out in China. And that's why they want to apply communism to the West so they can roll all of this out and an independent sovereign citizen won't have anything to say about it. So we'll continue. We got another segment with you. But yeah, what about all the back doors that China put in the iPhones and Huawei that they put the Chinese spies caught in the Democrat Party? I mean, does none of that exist? I mean, so here's the thing. There's multiple issues at hand. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm saying there's other issues going on right now. We'll be right back. Adam Green from No More News is my guest right now. And I really don't know how to get this through your head, Adam. You are right. You are 100% right. We do have millions of dollars behind us. It comes from our audience. We sell supplements, we sell T-shirts, we sell hats, we sell emergency gear. That's how we fund ourselves. I mean, you know, if Alex had any of this, we would be so exposed by now. We can barely even keep our head on straight half the time here. But, you know, whatever, that's your opinion. But here's what I wish, here's the angles, and I wish you would take to this. Quit trying to point your finger at InfoWars or Laura Loomer or Jack Posobiec and just focus on your issues, man. You've got issues that you do great coverage on, and I think that's fine. No one here is trying to censor you or not put your information out there. I'm just saying we're not behind it. We have no involvement in this. I'm not a Zionist. There's no Israel funding behind us. So focus on the Israel issues that I think are fair, and we can even have a debate on that if you want. But if you disagree, go ahead and say what you want to say.
Just after years of you guys denying being Zionists, and then you have Laura Loomer and Jack Posobiec and Tommy Robinson and all these openly Zionist people on, hardcore Zionists funded by Zionists.
Bro, Posobiec won't even come on with us anymore.
Okay, well, Posobiec is a proud member of Zionist Organization of America, like Laura Loomer. You also have Trey Smith on, who is a hardcore
I've never even
Zionist
heard of that.
From YouTube. He's been in studio. Roger Stone told him that he believes in his prophecy predictions and all this build the third temple stuff. You know, they got Trump on the third temple coin, and Trump is a Zionist. He was bailed out by the Rothschilds in the 90s. Wilbur Ross is now our commerce secretary, top Rothschild banker. APEC ran his campaign. Michael Glassner was a director at APEC. He was his campaign manager. And then not to mention Sheldon Adelson is his top campaign contributor, an openly Israel firster who says all he cares about is being a good Zionist and a good citizen of Israel. And we're talking America first, America first. You can't serve two masters. You can't have all this loyalty to Israel.
I agree.
And all these Zionists in the,
I agree with that. So, but let's actually talk about that as a real issue here. I see the struggle in the Middle East, which has been going on for hundreds of years, really, between multiple different factions and religions. Today, the focus is really on Israel, Iran, Palestine. Some would maybe take a more zoomed out approach and say Jews versus Muslims or something like that. And so
Why
I look
didn't
at
you
all
guys
that.
cover the Al Jazeera documentary that was suppressed about the Israeli lobby? You haven't said anything about that. Undercover footage of all these Israeli lobbyists in America that are subverting every way possible. They brag about dominating with lobbying both sides of Congress. They brag about running all the think tanks and controlling the media. They have fully integrated into all of social media, all of the internet, so that they can spy on everything and report it and use the Canary mission. And by the way, the Canary mission, the people that smears all the the BDS activists, they also fund Project Veritas. So all these people you're connected to are all Zionists. I don't hear you guys talking anything about the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act and these anti-BDS laws that are going through.
So, okay, so that's fine. So, but hold on, dude. Just because I don't cover all of this stuff, that doesn't mean that I'm connected to Zionism. So I don't cover this stuff. I didn't even know about that documentary.
You only criticize Islam. You only criticize the Clintons and the people on the left. And you just you're pro-Israel. You never talk about Kushner and Chabad Lubavitch and all those connections. You'll say that Clinton's satanic, or Jones was saying Gavin Newsom is satanic. Look at Kushner. Look at my video, has 500,000 views on Kushner.
I've talked about this. I've talked about Kushner. I've talked about the 666 building in New York. I've talked about the Soros loans. I have talked about
his connection to Netanyahu, and Netanyahu and the Rebbe. But let's again. You guys had Trump on for an interview, and then you talked about Muslims celebrating on 9/11, when Alex Jones knows full well that the ones celebrating were the 5 dancing Israelis, and those are the only people we should be talking about when it comes to people celebrating on 9/11. And also, you always talk about Soros. Soros is the big boogeyman. Soros had business deals with Trump. A few years ago, a crowd at a rally was talking about Soros, and Trump said, "Oh, leave Soros alone." Kushner has deals with Soros. Mnuchin has deals with Soros. Peter Thiel, I believe, is connected with all that stuff too. And it's just, I want Republicans, not Republicans, I want some party in the country to be pro-America. The MAGA people pretend to be pro-America, but it's just inundated with Zionists. Go back and look at Michael Collins Piper book, 2006. Jones was on Piper's show before he passed, and he was trying to pretend like he criticized Israel too at that time. Before he told you, and everybody watch Alex Jones, Art of the Shill, and all the videos on my InfoWars Exposed playlist. I can't believe I'm on InfoWars. You guys are allowing me to do this.
Dude, we're not gatekeepers. We're not Israeli shills. Like, I mean,
then you're just doing a bad job. If you want everybody to stop calling me gatekeepers, have me on regularly. Have other experts on that criticize Israel regularly. Don't just have on all the Zionists to give their perspective all the time. Don't be coddling up next to all of the kosher conservatives like WorldNet Daily and Rebel Media and Breitbart that's founded in Israel with Netanyahu. And then maybe people won't give you all these accusations all the time.
Maybe you're the one that's funded and run by Israel trying to demonize us. But hey.